Rudolf Steiner stated that St. John the Beloved was awakened, and that all those who are awakened are called Johannes. This is the name of the race of the awakened ones. While the unicorn represents the future humanity, coming from the core of our revelations, our awakened being, the dove is the grail font of this quickening. It is the agent of our emergence into the light. The following infusion is a process to open the scroll of individual consciousness in receipt of the mantle of the dove. As we become grail-born, our etheric bodies are able to transmute the lesser animations of the karmic sphere into the rarefied golden weave of the celestial grace. And that is not all. We will also be able to transfer this blessing to others, just as the Christic Master Yeshua, Jesus, did during his time on this earth. This type of transference is inherent in the divinity of humanity, but we have yet in total to quicken that within us. Now is the time. It is known by the Hokamai, the inner earth guardians of the dweller crystal skulls, that a special stellar alignment is occurring and has been since 1992. It is deep within the consciousness of many earth-incarnated souls. It is the code light of their true origins. I was told by my benefactor and guide, Thoth, that this occurrence has taken place before in very ancient times. At certain points upon the earth, the stellar resonances from the opening of this stargate strike the planet, sending spiralic signals or harmonics outward through the body of the living Gaia sphere. These harmonics are especially monitored and upgraded by the sonic abilities of the dolphins, porpoises, and whales, and to a lesser degree other species of Earth. Also, the unicorns, creatures of the fourth dimension, are capable of entering this reality for short periods of time, and along with the cetaceans, they are orchestrators of the concert that will be played upon the wind woods of the forests and the harps of the seas. It is a song to return home, not to climb aboard spaceships and journey to a distant star, but to accept the homeward light within. From the realm of the star Sirius, so the lion-headed ones come to initiate the inner scribing of the code light imprint within our DNA, which will release the crystal template of our biocosmic origin and allow us to receive the mantle of the dove. It is a blessing of knowing our truest desire and bestowing upon us the ability to manifest this desire as a brilliant flame of world service for the greatest good of the one spiritual being living within us all. In receiving this mantle, which is a new template of grace, we will be given the empowerment to ascend the golden stairway beyond the desolate spheres of karma. The lion-headed ones of Sirius are the Zumir. They will return to activate the mechanisms known as the anchors in the sacred centers. Now I shall speak about the 12th crystal skull, the crystal skull of the dwellers. The dwellers are the 72 crystal skulls that are the major ones which activate this earth for the future ascension process. At this time, it is being activated as the realignment of the Heartstone under the Roslin altar in Scotland is triggering the Royal Point in Hawaii to send out light code signals through the Mother Earth grid, so that the dwellers on the earth will all become activated again. This is but a first step. This blue crystal skull of the star one, Oduma, is the 12th to become a lotus skull and the first to become activated. The grid is fired, and it begins. As they become activated, each dweller crystal skull will be cloned within the new earth of Numis Om. When the now 12 lotus skulls are all activated and duplicated, one could say expanded, into Numis Om, the 13th as a living human being will come forth to join them. It is then that the prophecy will be complete. Yet there are more dwellers in and beyond the earth, all which will eventually be activated and duplicated in the new earth. But when the 13 lotus skulls are activated and in place, also within Numa's own, a major threshold for the 4444 Star Grail ascension of the earth shall be crossed. What you are to embark upon this day is not merely a meditation, but the beginning of your own personal awakening to the Johannine consciousness. You will receive the first sheath of the divine mantle. It is time now for humanity to respond to the signal that was sent to us eons ago, the signal to awaken, to stir within our cocoons of darkness and emerge winged into the light of our ancestral hive. With the receipt of the first sheath, you are given entrance into the unfolding of your own continuum, as a scroll is opened to all the energies, the thoughts, the wisdoms, the star symphonies that compose your spiritual being. Once the first sheath of the divine mantle is taken upon the physical body, so that body begins its acceleration at a cellular level to quicken and respond to the soul's flight to light. Guided by the divine will of the soul, this journey can take you through the other 6 sheaths, becoming complete in the 8th octave or harmonic, wherein the entire mantle of the dove, the 7 sheaths, and the 8th or infinity moment is reached. This complete process will require dedication, faith, and patience. The 11th gate of the star is a process of receipt in which the initiate passes through 20 significants of his/her being as he/she rises into union with the higher form of divine self, the octave of which is the divine mantle. In the original 1991 channeling of the Divine Mantle Infusion, I wrote, "Although we enter this initiation before the 1111 doorway has opened, it will be recorded etherically as an imprint or respondent to your full initiation throughout the 1111, which opens on January 11th, 1992 and closes on December 31st, 2011. As you enter the grand passage of the 11th gate, so you will continue to reenact this ceremony and ascension as a reverberation through time until the closing of the 1111 in the year 2011. Now, as I speak these words to you in November of 2011, we are indeed ready to move through the grand passage of this stargate in complete unison with the full spectrum of divine timing. I also receive that the infusion you will embrace here can be continued beyond December of 2011, for it is timeless in nature and has now been updated with this video version to access further degrees of ascension consciousness. The infusion is given on the second video.